is the Chrissy Swan Show.
Oh, Jack, I feel like nature is healing.
Why?
Play the music. School holidays are over.
Finally.
But not for everyone. I was talking to a friend last night and his kids don't go back until tomorrow. But for the vast majority of us, it feels like the never-ending school holidays are over.
It's felt like summer holidays this school holiday break.
It's felt like months.
Forever.
And I don't know why. And this is not a negative thing. I'm not one of these mothers that's like, get my kids out of here. I love hanging out with the kids, but this one has dragged on and mummy's all out of ideas. Like, I am seriously out of ideas. I'm already dreading the next school holidays because I've taken them to Costco. I've had incursions where we made Anzac biscuits. I've done it all.
You did very well.
I really did. I'm
yeah.
proud of myself. But to see them off to school this morning and then head out on my treasure walk, it was a great, great feeling.
And also having the house to yourself for a moment.
Yes.
How special.
It's so special. So I hope you're really enjoying that today wherever you are in this fine country.
The Chrissy Swan Show. Chrissy's clickbait.
The whole premise of clickbait is what got me from the headline.
Yep.
Right? Because I'm just like everybody, you know. I can scroll through heaps of stuff until I go, oh, hang on a minute. Click. Catherine, Princess of Wales, rules out having a fourth child with 6 words. I clicked on it, and while the article was loading, I thought, what could those 6 words be? Could they be, I could think of nothing worse? Could it be too many miracles for one woman? But
good.
no.
This is good brainstorming from you.
I was wrong on both accounts. She said, so what she was doing is she was volunteering at a charity and folding up lots of baby clothes.
Right.
And baby clothes, that's like kryptonite for most women. Stay away from baby clothes if you don't want another baby, because the smell of them and the feel of them and the sight of them, they're so little.
Right.
The woman that she was helping out said, are you feeling any feelings? Because often, you know, women folding up baby clothes get broody.
Get a bit clucky.
To which Catherine, Princess of Wales, Prince William's wife,
Yep.
so, you know, she will be queen one day.
She's chic.
She is so chic. She said, I've been there and done that. That's her 6 words. There is going to be no fourth child. And I reckon it's a similar reason why I never had a fourth child. Her third, Louis. My God, I sound like a real royalist, don't I?
You do.
Her third, Louis, I feel like is Robbie Williams reincarnated, even though Robbie Williams isn't dead yet. He is a loose unit.
I thought you were going to say you thought it's Robbie Williams' kid. And I was
Well,
like, well, that's a fun story.
Who knows? I'm sure there's some sort of conspiracy theory website that would support that. But he is a cheeky squirrel. And when you have a cheeky 1/3, like I do, there's no room for a fourth. Absolutely not happening.
Oh, he's the one in the videos that she's always trying to, like, politely tell off in public.
Yes,
Yeah, I love
he's
that.
heaven.
Good on him.
Here is another little headline that got my interest. Man who became a dog for £12,000 says friends and family were very surprised. Well, I bet they were.
Huh?
I know. I've read this for you so you don't have to. A Japanese man has spent the equivalent of £12,000. It's a lot. 2 million yen. It's a lot of money for a bespoke, unbelievably lifelike costume that he puts on, and he looks exactly like his favourite breed of dog, the collie dog, which is a Lassie dog.
Yeah.
He looks exactly like Lassie. Now, my favourite quote out of this, he said, look, I rarely tell my friends because I'm afraid they'll think I'm weird. My friends and family seemed very surprised to learn that I became an animal. Park that for a minute. No doubt in my mind that it is a most interesting conversation to have with your family that you are now a Lassie dog. But I want this.
No, you don't.
Jack, I really do want it.
I mean, I'm sure we could arrange something.
It's so lifelike. I don't want it to be crap, though, like those, you know, sleep suits that you wear. No, I don't want that. I would love to be a corgi.
What, you want to crawl around here and start barking?
No, I wouldn't do it at work.
Okay. In your own home behind closed doors?
I would love it. Am I weird?
Absolutely.
I think I am.
And so is this guy. I love how he says,
So is this guy.
I don't want them to think I'm weird. They're not thinking that you're weird. You are weird.
And look at him. Look how cute he is.
I mean, it is really impressive. I do have to give
so impressive.
Looks real.
It's so impressive. You wait. I'm going to be a corgi before you know it.
The Chrissy Swan Show.
For beauty, health, wellness and advice you can count on, visit Priceline Pharmacy. Priceline has a massive range of brands at great prices. Whatever you're after, you'll find it at Priceline Pharmacy.
Hurry into your nearest Priceline pharmacy or check out priceline.com.au.
The Chrissy Swan Show.
Now, I'm excited because school is back today.
Yeah.
And I'm excited, A, because I like to know that my kids are living their own lives, but B, we're getting back into some routine. And a big part of that routine is spaghetti bolognese. A big part of it, a huge part of it, in fact. Such a big part that I spent Sunday slow cooking a whole lot of spaghetti bolognese.
How often would you serve that up as a dish for dinner?
If you ask my kids, too often. It's my
weekly?
favourite meal. I reckon I've had to push it back to once every 2 weeks.
Okay.
So if I do a batch, I get 2 months worth because, four meals, one every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Which is good going, my God.
That is.
Whack it in the deep freeze. But I think everybody. I know that you love spaghetti bolognese, Jack. But do you make your own? Or
I do.
You
Yeah.
Okay.
But I'm pretty boring. I know people have secret ingredients,
Yes.
and our friend Sam Pang always talks about He always asks people what their bolognese secret little hack is.
Always.
I don't really have one. I just put I put a fair bit of sugar in there.
Do you?
Yeah. I don't know if that's normal though. You know what I mean? Does that classify as
It is essential.
Yeah.
My secret ingredient, and everyone has one, 13, 24, 10. What is your secret ingredient in your spag bowl? Because if you're anything like me, you've refined it and refined it and refined it over kilos and kilos of beef and so many, tubes of tomato paste. What is your key ingredient? Mine is I use a whole lot of bacon that I put in the food processor until it's ground up. So it looks like mince. It looks like mince, but it's very smoky flavoured.
Okay.
Oh my God, I'm salivating. God, I love spag bowl. Bay leaves, I use a lot of them. I use a lot of tomato paste, a lot.
Right.
More than any recipe, like half a jar.
Does it
or a
make
whole
it
jar.
super runny then on the pasta?
No, it doesn't. Trust me, no amount of tomato paste is too much.
Okay.
End of story. But they're all fairly standard.
Yeah.
My secret ingredient are when I'm cooking the celery and onion, I throw in anchovies.
Ugh.
How dare you?
Yeah, I hate anchovies.
That it doesn't taste fishy. It just tastes full-bodied and salty. Anchovies.
I appreciate the salt factor. That's a random one.
And also, you've eaten a lot of my spaghetti bolognese, so suck it. You've had a lot of
I've never
anchovies.
noticed.
Ha! Suck it.
The Chrissy Swan Show. The Chrissy Swan Show.
These machines have changed my life. I know I've banged on about them before, but you put... I paid for mine, by the way. I just want to make that very, very clear.
Not spawn.
Not spawn. Hashtag not spawn. You put flour and an egg and some oil, I think, in the back of it, and you hit go, and 3 minutes later, you're slicing off fresh penne. I'm not joking.
Yeah, that's exciting.
It is an absolute miracle, and I've got some to give away thanks to Harvey Norman. Discover the latest range of Philips appliances right now at Harvey Norman. Visit us in store or online. Chris from Parramatta, we're talking secret spaghetti bolognese business. What's yours?
G'day, Chrissy. I've got the Worcestershire sauce.
Well, that's very interesting. Did you hear what my secret ingredient was?
A bit of sugar.
No, anchovies, Chris. Anchovies. Yes.
Gross.
And did you know what is the main ingredient of Worcestershire sauce?
Don't tell me it's anchovies.
It's anchovies. Yes.
You have blown my tiny mind.
I know. I reckon.
Really?
Yes. It is. It's anchovies. So you use anchovy sauce, Chris.
Might have to stop using it.
But I tell you what, check your mailbox, because this pasta machine is coming to you thanks to Harvey Norman, and you're going to lose your mind. It is life-changing.
Oh, amazing. Thanks, Chrissy.
Good on you, mate. Kayla, what is your secret ingredient?
Hey, Chrissy.
Hi.
It's Vegemite.
Yes, I've heard this.
Yeah, it just brings the saltiness. My mum's been doing it for ages, ever since I was a kid.
How much? How much do you put in?
About a tablespoon, maybe a little bit less than a tablespoon.
quite
just
a
kind
lot.
of eye it off.
And
Yeah.
it makes sense because it's yeast extract, so it's salty and sort of beefy
Yeah.
in a way.
Yeah, it just gives it a little bit of more punchy.
Does it
taste
like
to it.
melt in the sauce, Kayla?
Yeah, it does.
Right.
Yes, it does.
How
Definitely.
weird.
I love it. I
Yeah,
love it.
it's definitely good.
Do you know the
great.
comedian Arj Barker?
Yes, I do.
I remember once he tried the Vegemite and he goes, you know what, I think this could be saltier. It just makes me laugh every time I hear. You've got a pasta machine, thanks to Harvey Norman, for you, Kayla. Jessie, how badly do you want this pasta machine?
Oh, I'll tell you, because that's my non-secret ingredient is packet pasta. So, absolutely.
Jessie, you're going to lose your mind. The penne comes out like, you've paid $30 a kilo for it.
Wait, I look forward to it.
What is your...
is one of our favourite dishes at home.
Yeah.
And, our secret ingredient is actually tomato paste from a little company in Malta called Three Sisters. And as I was mentioning before, I actually import it to a place in Melbourne, this artesian company. So they import it to Melbourne, and then I then ship it from Melbourne to Brisbane.
Jessie, you are as crazy as I
How
am.
bougie. What a bougie bolognese, Jessie.
And is it like a very strong, flavoursome paste?
It's almost like, it's like a very sweet, almost like a nutmeggy kind of tomato paste.
Oh, my
You can
God.
eat it out of a tin. It is just, it's so good.
Oh, Jessie,
That's
that
commitment.
sounds so good. I want you to send me a photograph of that sauce on this pasta when your machine arrives. And finally, Claudia, what is your secret ingredient in your spag bowl?
Hi, Chrissy. How are you?
Good, mate.
So we've got two secret ingredients for our pasta sauce, which my husband makes. And first one is vindaloo, and he puts vindaloo in pretty much anything.
What?
Yep, just a little bit of vindaloo gives it that little bit of spiciness, I suppose. But the one that freaked me out for the first time he cooked me a pasta was peanut butter.
Peanut butter and vindaloo. We're talking about a spag bowl, not a satay.
Are you okay, Claudia?
No, seriously. You can't taste the peanut butter, and it's really interesting because when I first tasted it, he was like, what do you think of the sauce? Because I make bolognese sauce all the time, and I was like, this is really lovely, but there's something just different, and I couldn't get my taste buds around it. And he said, I've got a secret ingredient, and it's peanut butter. And I went, what? And it's just got this ever so tiny, you can barely taste it. It's like a nuttiness, but it's unreal.
Crunchy or smooth, Claudia?
Yes, crunchy or smooth.
I think it's smooth.
I think it would have to be smooth, otherwise you get chunks of peanut.
I'd say it'd have to be smooth, but so he uses the two, vindaloo and smooth peanut butter.
Claudia, Phillips Avance Collection homemade pasta machine on its way to you. Big love and
seriously?
thanks. I know. Can you believe it? Just for peanut butter, you get this amazing machine.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. And thank you to everyone at Harvey Norman. Visit them in-store or online for your very own. I heed the calling of the whispery voiceover guy.
You look like a Harry Potter character at the moment with your arms out. Full Dementor.
Oh, I'm a demented, all right. This is a very interesting twist. I only have a phone number here, but I don't have a name, and I've written down earlier some names.
Oh, did they come to you from the angels?
They came to me, and if it's not one of these, then it's going to be related.
Okay.
So these are the names that I wrote down.
All right.
Paul, Paula, Pauline, Nadine, Christine. Do any of those fit you?
Yes.
Which one?
Paul, which is the name of my husband.
Very good, Mystic. That is impressive.
But your name starts with an R. No. No. Your name starts with a C.
No.
What is your name?
Leonie?
Leonie.
Yes,
The first word I wrote down here was penne.
I do like penne.
Penne is your favourite pasta, actually,
Yes.
Leonie. Yeah. See? And you don't like parmesan.
I don't like the smell of it.
Yeah. I've written down here vegetarian and spanakopita. I am a bit hungry, Leonie. This is the facts. What do they mean to you?
Delicious and Greek.
You've got 2 daughters, Leonie.
Yes.
Wow.
Come on, this is good.
really.
You're
Do you,
doing well there,
do you know
Kitty.
Leonie?
I do not know Leonie. I don't even know anyone called Leonie. Mother's Day is coming up, and you're really hoping that you don't get breakfast in bed because you don't like that.
I will be getting breakfast in bed, but maybe I would prefer a sleep in.
Yes,
Food in bed is not it.
I agree. I love a coffee in bed, though, don't you, Leonie?
I do like a nice cuppa.
Yeah. You love tea, though, Leonie.
Absolutely do.
Yeah, you're a tea girl.
Yeah.
When you buy glasses, they are 2+ magnifiers.
Not quite.
1.
Yes.
Don't worry, you'll be 2.
Maybe you need
In fact, I'm going to hazard a guess and say that if you went in and got tested again, you would find that you were a 2+. Just saying. Why did the name Nadine and Christine come up for you?
I'm not quite sure, actually. They're lovely names.
Are you from New South Wales? Or
No.
South Australia?
No.
Where are you from, Leonie?
I'm from Queensland.
Are you originally from somewhere else?
Yes, I was born in New South Wales.
So that's why I said the New South Wales thing first.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, Mystic's getting angry.
The good news for you vis-a-vis the blindness that we discussed is that you have won yourself a Specsavers voucher, my darling. A
lovely.
VIP, which is right for you, Leona. You and Paul can pop in.
Oh.
Maybe Nadine and Christine will be on staff that day to help you. A VIP,
Well, maybe.
A VIP Specsavers voucher for a pair of glasses or sunglasses, plus $250 cash to spend on spanakopita, as much as you can eat.
Oh, thank you so much, Chrissy. You're on point. You did really well.
Thanks, Leona. You're a joy. I love you. Thanks for listening to our little show.
Oh, I love listening to you guys. Thanks very much.
You're the best. We love her,
We
even
love
though
Leonie.
she can't see us from a distance.
The Chrissy Swan Show.
Just a quickie about I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here. Things are heating up there. We're about to find out who the winner is.
I can't believe it's already the final week.
I know.
It's flown.
They're barely in there. You know, I was stuck in there for 7 weeks.
I thought I was talking to someone on the weekend and they're like, God, this season went really fast. And I was like, don't say that around Chrissy.
Do
because
not say that around me. I'm likely to lose my mind.
You were there for like 6 months.
Correct. It did feel that way. Domenica Calarco from Married at First Sight was eliminated from the competition on Monday night. And she's most famous, I guess, for her time in the jungle for fighting with Kerry-Anne Kennelly. Quite
Yes.
brutally. And then Dicko has come out and said that she called her the rudest word possible.
Right.
That's the code for that's what I say to my kids. I'm like,
Yeah,
that is
okay.
the rudest word possible. Like, you really should never use that word if you can possibly avoid it.
Yeah. And they didn't air that though. Her
No, they
saying the
didn't.
rudest
Well,
word
they
ever.
couldn't. They
No.
couldn't. There's not one broadcasting standard around that would allow that. But she has been asked about it on the circuit of interviews, and she has said this. I want to hear your thoughts on this, Jack. She goes, I've apologised for my language. It was unbecoming and I wouldn't use that language again now that I'm fed. But in the heat of the moment, I was struggling mentally. The sleep deprivation, the food deprivation, it does get to you. So for me, it was a culmination of all that. I'm not proud of the language, but I stand by how I felt and I still feel that way. Thoughts, feelings, Jack.
I'm 100% with her. I get it. And I did watch that scene and it would have been really frustrating because Kat didn't want to do anything. She shouldn't have agreed to do the show. So I get it when you're angry in the heat of the moment, you do say things like that.
Yeah. And now I feel like sometimes it's okay for human beings to just lose it a bit.
Agreed.
You know, she's not doing that all the time. And it was disrespectful, absolutely.
Of
and
course.
She shouldn't have used that language to anyone, let alone an older woman. Absolutely. That would be so shocking. But sometimes people are allowed to have a little blip.
And I like that she's authentic even after the fact and says, no, I meant it at the time and that's how I was feeling. Like, she
That's
didn't try and backtrack. Good on her. Own it.
Yes, I'm with you. I'm with you on it.
The Chrissy Swan Show. Chrissy's Quizzy.
It's a very exciting day, Jack, because as you know, I've been giving away these limited edition money can't buy bum bags because I'm recruiting
Yeah.
into
your
the bum
cult.
bag for my cult in the bum bag lifestyle. But I've been giving them away without any stock of them. But today, the big box has arrived.
And you are sporting
And I
your
am
very own bum
sporting
bag.
it. It's like Marshall Applewhite and his runners, yeah? It's like David Koresh. I am wearing... Annie, look at it. It's magnificent. It's grey marl. Goes with anything. Dress it up, dress it down. I'm going Home Shopping Network.
Full QVC, Chrissy.
And it says The Chrissy Swan Show.
Jump on our
Nova.
Instagram at the Chrissy Swan Show. We just shared a story of Chrissy wearing said bum bag.
I mean, I'm just so excited. Mel, you are a player today in Chrissy's Quizzy. How are you feeling?
Oh, I'm a little bit nervous, to be honest.
Please don't be. You're going to love the bum bag if it's yours, Mel.
Who doesn't love a good bum bag?
Who doesn't? And you're going to love this one because it's got this show on it. And you obviously love this show unless you've been forced to listen. Like you, Renee, you've definitely been forced to listen, haven't you?
Chrissy, I am ready to join the bum bag cult. I'm so desperate to win.
Oh, my God. I hope you do. All right, this is how it works, ladies. Your name is your buzzer. The best of five will take it out, meaning the first person to get 3 answers correct wins the game, and we'll walk away with aforementioned Money Can't Buy Chrissy Swan Show bum bag. Now, Jack, don't take all of them for personal use, all right? I'll be frisking you on the way out.
It'll be a cold day in hell before you see me sporting one.
Question number 1. Today, April 26, is Channing Tatum's birthday. Name one film that he's been in.
Renee.
Yes, Renee.
Magic Mike.
Correct. Is
One step closer.
that the worst film ever made?
I was waiting for a sassy comment from you. You're not a Channing fan, are you?
No, I'm not.
Yeah.
No. Question number 2. Peter Hellier, Deborah Lawrence, Adam Cooney.
Renee.
Yes, Renee?
I'm a celebrity. Get me out of here.
Yes, I'll finish
She's
up the
good.
question. They're all contestants on which reality show? I think this is for the win, Renee.
Ooh.
Get that waistline ready. Which 2 AFL teams played in the famous... Yes, Renee.
I think I get a prize for being the quickest on the buzzer.
You're ridiculous.
Collingwood and Essendon.
Renee! You are the winner of the very first one that I'm going to give you this one.
Oh, my God.
I tell you what I'm going to do is I'm going to go out to the prize cupboard, which was the whole reason I got into radio in the first place, and I'm going to fill this full of stuff from Priceline,
Oh, you're a gem.
and I'm going to put it in the mail with Vicky today. You're going to wear this. You're going to get this one that was around my waist.
I cannot wait, Chrissy.
Smells like sweat and possibility, Renee.
The Chrissy Swan Show.
We've just sort of come off a weird holiday. It seemed to last forever. And then right when you thought, oh, they're going back on Monday, there was a public holiday. So I was at I was scraping the bottom of the barrel in terms of stuff to do.
You'd run a good carnival cruise over the last 2.5 weeks.
Thank you so much. I really had.
You did.
All meals included. Breakfast, lunch and dinner, no worries. 2 snacks a day. But I had forgotten, and what an idiot, until the very last minute, I'd forgotten streaming services. I'd forgotten that there was...
How was that not exhausted within the first few days?
I don't know. And actually, thank God for it,
It's a little
because...
gift for you.
Yeah, I actually did stuff when I was fresh, and then when I was dead, I remembered, oh my God, Netflix. So I had to tool around, and I found something, and I recommend it to you. I recommend it to everybody. It's called Chimp Empire. And, I mean, it sounds very boring. It's a documentary about chimpanzees.
Right.
Right. But I think primates are fascinating, and I've got 3 kids ranging from 10 to 14, and then me, I've got the sort of mental age of about 5 years old. But we all loved it because it's cut together. It's 4 episodes on Netflix,
Yeah.
and it's cut together like a feature film.
Okay, cool.
It took the documentarians about a year to film everybody. It's the largest chimpanzee, community in the world. It's in Uganda, and they've all got names. There's a narrative. There's storylines. There's violence and sex, and all of it is there. It's really worth watching. Even you, with your goldfish attention span, would like it.
Okay.
But I could not resist the opportunity to do some really bad mum jokes.
Whilst watching, did you do that? Please tell me you did this to the kids too.
Totally. Mum jokes are like dad jokes, but worse.
Yeah.
So it's set in a part of Uganda called Nagogo, right? Which is just a beautiful word to say it. Say
Nagogo.
it. Nagogo.
Nagogo.
N-G-O-G-O. Nagogo. And so I would get in these terrible jokes.
Oh, no.
Much to the... Peg liked it. Everybody else was like, can you shut up? So there was a big fight between the chimps, massive. I'm not going to give away your spoilers, but somebody got real badly hurt, right?
Sounds like maths for like chimps.
It is. It is. It's basically Cyrell throwing wine on everyone's face. There was a huge fight, and so I'm narrating it, and I go, I think he said, go away.
Oh.
Wait, it gets better. There's obviously female chimps and male chimps, and they're kind of the worst of society. Like the men are really aggressive and unhelpful, and the women are terrified.
Harrison from Maths.
My God, you are so right. It's Maths in Nagogo. Yeah. Anyway, this, there was a bit of, touchy-feely action going on between them, and he touched this chimp whose name was Christine, ironically, on the buzzy, and I go, hey, that's a Nagogo zone.
Oh. I like that. I'll pay that one.
If you like that one, you're going to love this. One of them gets really badly injured and takes away. No, he doesn't get badly injured. I don't want to give away too much, but he disappears from the pack.
Okay.
And he sort of looks over his shoulder at his community as he's retreating. And I said, this is great. Are you ready? Is there a drum roll? I'll wait for it if you can get it.
Let me get a drum roll.
Okay. So imagine he's walking away. He's walking away and he looks over his shoulder and he just goes, wake me up before you Nagogo.
Cringe.
The Chrissy Swan Show. Chrissy's clickbait.
Well. Imagine my first emotion when I read the following headline. Stop eating hot chips right now.
I was about to swear.
Fury. Absolute fury.
The F word nearly just came out of my mouth.
Because we love our hot chips. Well, this show loves its hot chips.
It does.
I love them soggy. I love them crispy. I love them thick. I love them thin.
In every form.
Are we still talking about chips?
Hey, hey.
Hello.
Boing.
We love them so much. But listen to this. A new study has revealed some very bad news for hot chip lovers, and it might be enough to convince you to give up the treat for good.
I wouldn't have thought so.
I can't imagine what sort of research they would have to give me to make me convinced to give up hot chips for good.
I would cop early death to continue eating hot chips.
Well, that can be arranged. I've read this article again, so you don't have to, and I'll show you what I'm doing to it.
Oh, we're not even going to talk about it.
Continue on as usual. It is the biggest piece of rubbish I've ever seen.
Right.
They said they studied 140,000 people over 11 years, and they found a 2% increase in depression and anxiety with people that ate fried potato. I'm sorry. The odds are in your favour. The odds are in your favour to be okay.
What a boring 11 years for somebody.
Oh, my God. I'm always ready to click on something that involves exes getting along nicely and being mature, because it makes me feel good about my situation. Jennifer Aniston and her ex Justin Theroux reunite for dinner with Jason Bateman. Now, Jennifer Aniston and Justin Theroux went out for years and years, and they've been spotted out together because they're friends and they're important to each other. Famously, they didn't have any children, though. I'm sure you've never read an article about Jennifer Aniston's fertility. For God's sake, leave that woman alone. Anyway, they've gone out for dinner with Jason Bateman, and the reason I love this, apart from the fact that Jennifer Aniston and Justin Theroux are obviously getting along very nicely because they're important to each other and they share a wonderful shared history, it's got the word Jason Bateman, and he is the most handsome man that's ever drawn breath.
Have you watched Ozark?
I haven't. I started
You
it.
cannot say you love Jason Bateman and have not watched that full season. It is so great, Swan.
Okay, well, I mean, I watched the first episode with the sound down, if you know what I mean.
Oh, hello.
He's so handsome. I've loved him since Teen Wolf. He's the best. And I love him in anything, and he's the reason I went and saw Air on the weekend.
Oh, how was it? I need to see that.
Yes, it was like a last-ditch, let's do something with the kids.
Yeah.
And we went. I think I wasn't allowed to take them because it's rated M and they're only kids.
Oh,
but I
that'd be
Googled it, and if they're with their parents, they can go. It was fabulous. It's a story of Nike turning their fortunes around by signing Michael Jordan before he was really massive. It's deeply satisfying. The soundtrack is heaven.
Sick.
Oh, my God, it's so good. And Jason Bateman's in it, so Mummy was very happy.
The Chrissy Swan Show.
So here is a little feel-good story. As you know, the only social media platform I like that makes me feel good is Instagram, right? I feel like Twitter's mean. Facebook's like walking into a cranky old people's home. And TikTok I don't understand. I feel like I'm too old for TikTok, aren't
I reckon stick with Instagram. TikTok, I kind of wish I never went there.
Okay, Instagram makes me feel very comfortable and I know my way around, right? I'm not good with mazes and TikTok feels like a maze.
Yeah.
But I love Instagram and I love the vibe, and I saw this gorgeous little song on Instagram and it sounds like this. So I'm just going to play you a tiny bit and then I'm going to tell you what it is.
If I were a fish and you caught me, you'd say, look at that fish, shimmering in the sun, such a rare one, can't believe that you caught one.
Right, so straight away I'm in. I love this. It's two young women who remind me of me and, you know, my best friend mucking around in our bedrooms when we were growing up. And I just thought, who are they? So I did a bit of research. As you know, I'm mad for a deep dive. And it turns out they're a couple. They're together, Corinne Savage and Olivia Barton. And Corinne plays the guitar and Olivia is singing along with her. And it's such a gorgeous clip. They're in their bedroom. They're clearly in love. And it's just beautiful, but there is an even better story because Corinne struggles with mental health and, you know, feeling bad and people being mean to her because the internet is
savage,
a cesspit. And if you're a little bit delicate or like normal, you know, it can affect you. So they together wrote this song called If I Were a Fish, and it's about, you know, if I were a fish and you caught me, you'd say, look at that fish. Like, I'm so big and tasty. If I were a fish, you'd love me. But because, you know, I'm big and you can't handle it, you're mean to me.
Yeah, okay.
And I just love the message, and I'm going to play you a longer bit of the song. I think it's really joyous and gorgeous.
And check out the video too, because it is really cute. You really get the essence of the song in seeing them together.
Absolutely.
If I were a fish and you caught me, you'd say, look at that fish, shimmering in the sun, such a rare one,
can't believe that you caught one.
If I were a fish and you caught me, you'd say, look at that fish, heaviest in the sea, you'd win first prize
if you caught me.
Why is everybody on the internet so mean?
Yes!
Why is everybody so afraid of what they've never seen? If I was scrolling through and I saw me flopping around and singing my song, I'd say, damn, they're cute, and sing along.
That's exactly what I did. I thought, damn, they're cute, and I sang along. What a gorgeous message. We absolutely endorse this.
Now check this out.
The Chrissy Swan Show is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcast.com.au.